Let's feature this guy first. Overgoad. I did mention them in our first live stream ever, the almost 12-hour live stream, which if you haven't checked, check it out. And yeah, they kind of remind me of seansketches as well in terms of the format, meaning they do a lot of sketches. They'll sketch a lot and they'll compile the sketches into this kind of format. To me, it looks super cool when they do this, and it's exciting. Like this kind of sketchbook vibe. It's something that just feels more approachable and fun. Like not everything has to be like a finished thing. Oh, I think I found Overgoad's work through this piece. I think I found it via Pinterest, and it linked me to their Instagram page. The post reference is Wan Young Yun. I did an RTV of the guy Wan Young Yun, and he often posts as well on YouTube, and he will post like live streams, I guess, like 1 hour sessions. So if you want to watch someone paint, he doesn't talk much in the video. He just live streams his work. It's just fun seeing him draw, and the way they draw, like Overgoad here, kind of reminds me a bit of Ahmed Alduri. Like there are some sketches in their like feed here that do remind me a lot of Ahmed Alduri. Do you see how kind of random it is? Sometimes it's a grayscale thing, sometimes it's like they're adding a bit of like yellow to it. It just feels so like free and fun. I think this can make the art process a lot more engaging. I like the skin. Well, it helps that she's hot, but and to me, darker skin is always hard. Or it's harder because there's a lot more nuance. Like you're painting in black, for example, if you have like white paper, you're painting in black on white. It's very different from the reverse. If you have like lighter skin tones, or if you're drawing someone who has lighter skin, you're essentially just drawing the shadows, and everything else can be just left almost empty because the paper becomes like the skin. But if it's something like this where they have a darker skin tone, you're gonna have to render it. Even if you're doing just pencil strokes, you're gonna have to shade a lot more to indicate the tone. But when you can do it, for example, right now, let's just focus on the skin. It's not just one value, right? Even this arm, it has like multiple shades of gray, and you want to be very sensitive to. Don't have to be so specific or so like detailed, but you just want to have enough subtlety. If it's and you need multiple values that are kind of close, but they do exist. Meaning it can't just. I mean, you could do like a flat color, a flat base color, and that's it. But I think it's more fun if you add more subtle values in just the parts that matter, where light is displayed, where the spotlight is. Relax, darling. No idea who this is, but some foot studies here with the heels. This reminds me of like a certain style in like game concept art. Like you'll often see this in like splash art where, damn, look at those abs. Like you can even feel the rib cage, and then the abs goes below that. Obviously the melons of life. And the way the hair is rendered, it reminds me of a show like Arcane something, where it has like this graphic style. And not all of their work is colored. You can just focus a lot on just like monochrome or just one value, or not one value, but one. You don't always need to use color. Like you can learn a lot just by practicing in grayscale. I have no idea what's going on in the back, but it seems interesting. And yeah, the point is, I just like how fun it is. Like each page, like you don't even know what's gonna happen next. And to me, it makes the process of art or sketching or idea exploration just a lot more fun. And I think you're gonna make more art this way if you're not focused on, you know what, I think you just want to make the kind of art that excites you. Right? If this kind of multiple sketch in a page kind of thing, like sketchbook style, just livens you up, then you should be doing it. And I think for me, I do enjoy it. I did try doing it in my last live stream, but my skill wasn't as, it's not overgoad style, right? So I'm gonna catch up, but this is kind of my aim. Like this is like what I aim to be, or what I aim to do. Think of Kim Jung-gi as well, where he can like fill up a page with multiple sketches. It doesn't always have to make like sense, just random sketches that actually look good. And that to me, that's kind of the issue. It's not so much because I have the ideas, it's the skill that needs to catch up, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Now this one's more polished. It's like a full page, a full illustration, some birds in the background, some seagulls. And to me, drawing clouds, like let's focus on the background first. I find it interesting how artists draw clouds while being able to carve out the edge. For example, with these clouds, you can clearly tell where the edge is, and it's kind of a contradicting thing because when you think of clouds, it's like soft, right? But why does it still feel like clouds despite the hard shape in the edge? So to me, that's very impressive. It looks good. The planes of the face seem just well structured. Not much texture though. Like it has, even though it's painterly, it does have a cleaner look to it. It reminds me a lot of how a lot of traditional gouache painters paint. They kind of paint in this way where they're very focused on like the shapes. I'm guessing it's because the medium allows for that. Because with gouache you can be a lot more opaque, right? Compared to say watercolors. It's got, if you're using watercolors, you're gonna have a lot more softer edges. It's just harder to do more bold strokes with watercolor, I think. Just, you know, the bleeding and stuff, where the water just seems to bleed. So they can do more fuller paintings. But again, to me, it's it's these sketches that just get to me. Can we zoom in? Not too much. Let's just zoom in on this guy. There you go, to be safe. It's all in grayscale, but it looks so... like they're stylizing it in a very heavy way, but it looks realistic. Like it looks like it has volume. So I think if you can do that in grayscale, it's gonna make your coloring process a lot better because I've heard this somewhere, like the colors often don't matter. I mean, yes, it does matter to an extent, but it doesn't matter. Because you could always change the color. You could always make a new layer, use multiply or whatever to add those colors in. But you want to make sure the values are correct, and the values describe the volume of your subject. So some foot studies here, some hand studies too. So the study is for Esad Ribek. I'm not sure if that's the artist or the model. And I think it's a good thing to do this, to stylize it, to exaggerate like the body parts, and then you try and render it in a very realistic way. I think that would be very cool to do. But the previous one, I love how this artist play with secondary light. Oh yeah, the blue marks on the chest, the neck, inner shoulder, right? Obviously it's coming from the environment and maybe even from her clothing a bit, but it's mainly from the environment. And you can tell by the context of the background. I mean, seagulls, even the green, she's clearly close to a beach, right? Reminds me of a guy from Dragon Ball Z, only because of the hair. But yeah, look at this guy. Right? They're not even painting over the sketch, they're just painting underneath. And this is kind of the look I was going for in the past live stream. It's just a lot more fun. And you don't always have to render everything. That's my thing. But at the same time, if you do decide to want to render something, you should be able to. Kind of like this one. I think this is like Cyclops or something. A pair of jeans. Oh, it's jeans, meaning... I think that's her name, Jean. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is this supposed to be Storm? Right? It's all in grayscale, but it looks pretty good. And it's not like they're rendering everything. Like you can tell they're focusing more on the body here, or in this case for this character, the head and the torso a bit. Same thing here, and maybe the legs. And then as you go further out, you can see more of the line sketch, the original line sketch. Oh, kind of reminds me of Ramon Nunez as well. Like they can exaggerate the bodies quite a bit, which I kind of want to do for my own work. Like, oh, Medusa. Medusa is always an interesting character to draw or illustrate. Oh, I think we saw like a fan art or something from Anino's art. I think the name is Anino. And they did like a quick painting of Medusa. Super cool, by the way. Look at this girl. She has like a concrete body. Interesting. I'm guessing they did the grayscale first, right? And then they added like this crack effect, which you can see in like some old Greek sculptures. And yeah, they're combining like paintings like these where there's no line art, and then putting them along with sketches that are kind of like this, where you do see the sort of rougher strokes, and maybe you have like a bit of a base something in there, but it just feels so free, right? There's so much to see. Kind of like Sean sketches. Like they have so much work out there, and it just shows me that I'm not working on my craft. The reference is Sungmin Jung. Interesting. And the pen they're using has a bit of, it's like an ellipse brush with some opacity. I like the way they do the figures too. It's like, it's more like they're slender, but not really. They have a bit of muscle in there, right? You can see more curvature. Like they're kind of fit, like boxer kind of physique, or like MMA types. Oh, we have Spider-Man over here. Is this Spider-Man? The costume is a bit, it kind of reminds me of Gwen actually. The colors anyway. Oh, this is pretty cool. It's like a Captain America piece. Let's focus on Captain America, or I forgot her name. Ref Madao. Oh yeah, one of my favorite artists, Madao. And when they do their artwork, they often leave the initial, or just the line drawings. And oftentimes their drawings are super gestural, but the way they color it, they can bring that line sketch, that sort of a loose gestural line sketch, into life, to the point where it looks finished to me. And every single sketch just seems lively, even if they're just standing. To me, that's what's impressive. Even if the character or whatever is in a stable position, it just looks so freaking alive. And look at and this one's a bit different. I think the face is a lot closer, but this one's pretty good too. It's more angular here. This one's pretty close to her actual face, from like the actress face anyway. So we have like a small sketch here, and then they committed. Even the shield, it captures the reflectiveness of that. What do you call it? It's that rare metal in that universe. I think they got it from Wakanda or something. Titanium. that's a real thing, by the way. I think it's V. It starts with V. I forgot. Oh, I'm forgetting everything. Anyway, oh, let's check this one out. The sketch is still there, and they're just adding values underneath. Even if your sketch is kind of loose like this, if you just add the appropriate values, it can help clarify that sketch a bit more. Meaning, have one value for like the skin, one value for the face, or one value for the clothing, or a certain part of their, maybe the shoes. It's just gonna help segment your sketch more, and it's gonna help it's gonna make it easier to read. And in that way, you don't have to do another layer where you have a more defined line. You can just add, sure, it's gonna look rough, but it's gonna be readable. So to me, that's enough for some sketches anyway. Oh yeah, there's a Harlequin one, I think. Neuron activated. A donut. Latine. Is that I'm not sure what that is. So they're breaking down the skull of this like orc. Very cool. So some facial expression studies, some skeletal studies. Damn, it's pretty cool. So that's the hyoid, the hyoid, the mandible, the coronal suture. Pretty cool. And yeah, to me, I enjoy pages like these where it's part studies, part breakdowns, part full renderings. It's just so lively to look at. To me, the art is not just per sketch. Like, the art is the page, right? It's a process. Like a sketch page like this demonstrates like their process, and to me, that's artwork. Like when artists go on YouTube and they share like their, when they do like a flip through of their like sketchbooks, to me that's like art. You don't have to have like a canvas painting out there in some kind of gallery. To me, when people show their sketchbooks, to me that's it doesn't have to be anything else. It can just be that, and it would still matter. Another painting. Look at that. So they can paint. The brushstrokes are very like obvious too. Big brushstrokes. Damn, the lighting is so good. Look at that pink here between the light and the shadow. Super cool. And those lips, damn, very luscious. Even the neck. Look at the brushstroke going back and forth. It just looks so impressionistic, which I do like. I tend to lean on artworks or paintings like this where you can see more of the brushstrokes, because to me it gets me off, like visually. Like I can follow the strokes. Maybe that's why. Look at those legs. It's so freaking like, and it bends out a bit. Nice dog. Am I? Max Greke. Oh yeah, I think I reviewed this guy too. Max Greke. When it comes to pushing your proportions, you want to check out Max Greke. Greke. Damn. It's kind of funny that we tend to follow similar artists. Well, not all obviously, but I just find it interesting for me when I follow artists and they follow the same artists I follow. I don't know. To me, it's like a connection, a hidden connection to life. Look at this guy. Damn, look at those eyebrows, super strong. That's like Giga Chad energy without the beard. I forgot the show. It's the Courage the Cowardly Dog, like this guy in the middle. I used to watch that show. Sadly, it wasn't as consistent in my TV, so I couldn't follow it like a show like Ben 10, but it was funny. Is that the Hulk? I think it is the Hulk. A big fat guy. Come on. Lots of sketches. Compare this to this. This one is just, there's like a line sketch, a loose sketch, but it's all just flats underneath, meaning one value for one thing. And for this one, it's a lot more, one value for one thing, but on top of that, still under the line art or the loose line sketch, they do paint a little bit and add some form, some lighting, some shadows, some skull studies, breakdowns. Look at how they're stylizing it. This one's a lot more realistic. Then they stylize it even more, and then it becomes even more stylized. I think it's gonna help. Like, you're gonna get better if you can break down something that's realistic to something simple like this. To me, that shows me that you can manipulate what you see, and that's why a lot of pros artists, they recommend you do caricatures or chibis in the anime sense. Chibis, basically a cuter version, a more simplified version of something. Only because it's gonna help you to see things, or it's gonna force you to simplify the shapes, the forms you see, and that's actually gonna help you to draw even better. So much to learn, to gain from this. Oh, is that Catwoman? I think it is. Oh, look at the rendering. I want to do a stream where it's all just like this, but my skill has to be there. So eventually we're gonna catch up. We're gonna catch up. So our benchmark is guys or artists like this. So one day, in fact, it's not one day. We're doing the thing. We're becoming who we want to be. You know, as much as I like looking at or doing my own art, I just can't help but watch and see and check out people's artwork. It's not always about watching a show. I mean, I like watching anime or movies, stuff like that, but I like seeing images as well, just like this. Like, it gets me off. Wait, it feels wrong to say that. It inspires me. I'll say that. Right? It's just fun to look at. It's kind of like looking at drawings of, say, made by Kim Jung-gi. It's just fun to look at, enjoyable. And to me, when I see pages like these, it just shows me that art is meant to be enjoyed, and I feel that when I look at pages like this. Right? Look at that sketch, kind of loose, but all of the coloring or the value shading is underneath those lines, and it works. So I think I did a good choice. I made a good choice in trying to do more art where I just color underneath the lines, even if the lines are kind of loose. I think I can get a lot more practice time done when I don't have to do a bunch of, oh wow, is that Chun-Li? A bunch of paint overs. Ref Parblo Perdomo? I haven't heard of the guy, but I do think that's Chun-Li. You can tell by the legs. That's like her famous thing, the legs. Those thick legs. I like the shading. Look at how you don't see a lot of hard edges. Like in the body, it's all just soft, like airbrushes or soft brushes. And that's something I want to learn, because rendering this in this way, kind of like the previous guy we reviewed, Christoph Young, it's definitely a lot harder to render with softer edges or with that airbrush kind of look. And the thing is, a lot of organic forms obviously have like forms like this, or you're gonna have a lot of softer edges, so you can't ignore it. It's challenging, but I think if you're able to do it, it's just gonna change the way your art looks. I mean, look at how this sketch is not even that fully finished. Gesture, they're just focusing on the gesture, and once it's there, like the rendering underneath can carry that simple sketch further than it could do on its own, and to me that's pretty cool. So I think we're gonna end the review here for overgoad, because I think, you know what, F it, we're doing a live stream. We did like 12 hours last time, or almost 12 hours. I think I can spend a few more minutes. Rachel Bradley, I think she's a model or an artist as well. Like, she's related to, or the wife, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, of the other Bradley guy. And they sell like reference photos too. To me, that's such a flex. Like, imagine you're doing art, but you're also selling reference photos of yourselves. That's such a flex. There you go. The artist reminds me a lot of Ahmed. Yeah, I did say that. Even the using of the ellipse brush, it's such a, like, I remember Ahmed Al-Duri. That's why I also use that. He made me want to use because of the way Ahmed painted, it kind of made me want to try that approach as well. I'm not sure where he is at right now, but hopefully he's fine. It kind of reminds me of the mermaid, they call mermaid trend. Like every May, or during the month of May, you draw a bunch of mermaids, hence the name mermaid. They go some gesture studies, gesture sketches. Look at this colored one. Whoa. Right? It's such a cool page. Like, it's a full illustration, but only half of it, or half of the page is painted, including this thing. And then you have a bunch of sketches in the back. So I'm guessing they're doing like an aqua, I guess mermaid, I don't know, like an aqua themed series of sketches. Oh, by the way, it's October, so I have been seeing quite a bit, or some Inktober stuff, but I don't think it's as common or as popular now. It sort of died out, but oh yeah, another reference, Alaria. I did an art review of Alaria. She has like a YouTube channel as well, where you can see her videos, or her time lapses. Pretty cool. I love the way she renders, and it takes hours to do her paintings, but she does it. And they're all good. They're kind of thick, but they're kind of muscular at the same. They're just like heavy, strong women, and I would put Alaria in one of the along with Takemi-chan in terms of like top tier rendering painting skills. And to me, it shows me it's good to study other artists because not everything has to be from life or from photos or real photos. You can study from anything or anyone, and you can learn by just trying to like the shorthands of other artists. You can copy them. It won't all make sense, but some of them may make sense to you. So, and if you find something that works, like a shorthand or something, or a rendering technique, or some kind of process, that can last you for a lifetime. So, you're kind of missing out when you don't study. You don't have to study any artist. Study the artists you like. In this case, they're studying Ahmed Al-Duri, right? And you can tell. I think they're quite influenced by Ahmed as well. I mean, who isn't? First of all, he's kind of a famous guy anyway, so. And you can tell not just by the rendering, but by the facial expressions or proportions as well. If you look at the way Ahmed sketches in his, like, even when he draws traditionally in the sketchbook, the eyes are often big, kind of apart a bit, smaller lips, or it's more constrained, like the nose and the lips are more constrained in one area. Look at that. Yeah, she's hot. Okay. Kawaii. Okay, have we seen this one before? She kind of reminds me of a girl from, what's that show? They did a remake of it. It's like in a cyberpunk, dystopian kind of world. I forgot. But I do like the rendering. Look at the way the hair was rendered. The highlights. And it's all in grayscale. Oh, some halftone textures in some parts. I think it's a halftone texture, maybe. Oh yeah, Blade Runner. Thank you for saying. Yeah. I haven't seen the first one because it's so old. I've only seen like the remake, but I think we did see this character in the remake as well. I don't know. Interesting. Oh, that's a big what? Smoking thing. Hot. Interesting. And hot. That's. Wait, I've seen this movie. Wait, is that from a movie? Like that cyber guy, that robot guy. Starring. He was a comedian. Robin Williams. He kind of looks like a robot. There's a movie of Robin Williams being like a robot, like a house robot, and he kind of looks like this guy. I'm not sure if that's the guy they're drawing or painting with. Oh, you can tell right here they're referring to Sanguine. I think I did review their work as well. So they're studying this figure. Interesting. The style here for the pink one or the red pink one, it's kind of different, but very interesting. Look at that. Kind of hot. Oh, it's the guy from that show, Invincible, maybe? It's Omni-Man, I think. Look at that face looks so well rendered. I mean, the body as well. Everything really, but damn. So I'm gonna end the review here of our friend Overgoad. So you can check them out.